Hi, this is Jitin and welcome back to High Level Techie. In this episode of the weekend project, what we are building is a voice AI bot, and this bot is going to ask you questions and capture the data. And at the end of the call, it generates a code based on the conversation it had and sent you all the details such as the total price, the material you preferred, and such. So let's dive into it and see the demo first, and then we will see how it is built.
Hey, this is Arthur from Elite Floors Company. Thanks for calling us. How can I help you today?
Hey Arthur, I was wondering if I could get a code.
Of course, I'd be happy to help with that. First, can you tell me the approximate size of the area you need flooring for? Please provide the measurement in square feet.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm looking at about 200 square feet.
Great. What type of flooring are you interested in? We offer hardwood, tile, carpet, and vinyl. Let me know if you're considering multiple options.
Yeah, I think I prefer the carpet.
Carpet it is. Would you like to include any additional services in the quote? For example, removal of old flooring or underlayment installation?
Uh, yeah, I think I would probably want to remove my old carpet. So yeah,
Got it. We'll include the removal of your old carpet. Could you please provide the address where the flooring will be installed?
yeah, sure. It's 123 Random Street in Sydney, Australia.
Thanks for that. Could you also provide your email address so we can send the quote over to you?
Yeah, sure. gmail.com.
Just to make sure I've got it right, your email address is ji@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me confirm. You're looking for carpet flooring for approximately 200 square feet with the removal of old carpet at 123 Random Street in Sydney, Australia. I'll send the detailed quote to ji@gmail.com. Is everything correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Perfect. One more thing. To finalize the estimate and ensure accuracy, we can send a technician to your location for a free on-site measurement. Would you like to book an appointment?
What dates do you have?
We have availability throughout the week. Do you have a specific day or time in mind that works best for you?
How about this Tuesday at 10 a.m.?
Tuesday at 10 a.m. works perfectly. I've got you down for that time. Thank you. Your quote will arrive at your email shortly, and a technician will visit on Tuesday to finalize the estimate. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you, Mac. Okay, so that was the call. Now we are waiting for a couple of emails to come in. If everything went well, I should get an email with the code, and I should also get an email for the appointment that I booked. So let's see what happens now. So here we go. So I got a code for carpet flooring, which I have asked for, and the preferred material you can see it's carpet, and the square feet is 200 square feet. And the flooring charge is $1,000, and additional charge is also $1,000, and the total is $2,000. So that did work well, but unfortunately the appointment did not get booked. Probably the slot is not available, but when the slot is not available, I have a notification that I would go out saying not booked. In this, you can see the date I have mentioned, which is the Tuesday at 10 o'clock, which is 10th December at 10 a.m. You can see here that so it has captured the date value properly. Maybe because the slot was not available, it couldn't book the appointment. Okay, but our main goal is achieved, which is the code that we send out. So now I'm going to show you how this is built, and at the end of the call, I'll probably do one more demo with no additional services, and then you can see the difference that it makes. Okay, so let's go. So the first thing first, we have to go into our voice AI agent, which you can find under sub accounts settings and click voice AI agents. And if you have created AI agents, you can see all the list here. So what we are going to work on is this code agent. So let's click to open this one. So here is our agent, and we came up with a fake business name, Elite Flooring. And the voice we have selected is Arthur. And this is an inbound call. And here is the first message, which is, hey, this is Arthur from Elite Floors. Thank you for calling us. How can I help you today? So this is pretty much all about the agent details. Now we have to go into agent goals, which is where we set up advanced prompt and capture the data that we need to capture. Okay. So here there is a very basic prompt that you can build. Like in the previous video, I used ChatGPT to build this prompt. So the instructions are pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We are asking a few questions. First one is what is the area size and what is the flooring type, and if you want any add-ons. And then we need to capture the address where this work has to be done. And then we have to ask for the email address because it's an inbound voice call. We don't have their email address, so we need to capture that. And then there's an optional appointment booking. All the relevant data is collected to create a code. We ask them if they want to book an appointment. So this is more like a closing a deal. If they book an appointment, it's very easy to make that sale. So that's why we have added an appointment booking as well into this board. Okay. Then we are also suggesting some of the closing and next steps. And also I have used the prompt that's already available on GoHighLevel as my base prompt. So you can see I have taken a lot of things from the original prompt that GoHighLevel giving us. So you can see these parts are from GoHighLevel's original prompt. Then I added my own questions here to collect the data. And then once the prompt is done, we have to collect the data. We have to capture the data using custom fields. And we do that here under update contact field. So when you click here, this window will pop up, and this is where you can extract address and extract email. And this is where we are extracting the approximate floor area. And we are storing it in a custom field called approximate floor area text. So like I mentioned in the previous videos, we need a text field to capture these details. So that's why I'm using a text field to capture the area. And in a workflow, I'm going to convert this text floor area into a numerical area to do the calculations. I will show you how it is done in a minute. But before that, let's see the description for this action. So the description is capture the approximate floor area mentioned by the user in numerical format. And the examples are 2050, 137, and so on. So this is how I'm capturing the floor area. Now we are going into appointment date time. Again, this is also captured in a text field. This is the description that I'm using, and these are the examples. If you want more details on appointment booking board, you can refer to a previous video. Now we are going into flooring type, and we are capturing that data into this specific custom field. And here in this description, I'm giving the options, hardwood, tile, etc. And the examples, you can see all the options that I'm giving. So that's how I'm capturing the type of flooring material. Now we have to capture additional services. So if they want any additional services, we are capturing it here, and the options are given here. If any additional service is not needed, we have to return none, and we will use that none as a keyword in one of the workflow to figure out if the user wants any additional services or not. And the examples that are here. So that is pretty much all the custom fields that we are capturing using this voice AI agent. Once you're done with that, click save. In this case, I'm going to click cancel. And at the end of the call, we are also triggering a workflow. And this is the workflow that is going to trigger another workflow, which is going to create the code. Okay. We will see all that in a minute. So let's go and see the workflows now. So we are going to use two workflows. The first one, this one, and the next one is this, to transform the data. And then the third one is to calculate the final code. And we are also using another workflow at the end of the call and another workflow to take care of the appointment flow. You can check out the appointment workflow in the previous video, but we will be focusing on other four workflows. Okay, so the first one is when the flooring area text changed. So here is that workflow. So here what we are going to do is we are looking for a trigger when the contact custom field is changed, and the custom field is appointment flow area text. So this data is coming through from the voice AI agent. When the voice AI agent captures the data and update this custom field, this workflow will get triggered. So the AI agent could send the flow area text in different format. Maybe it could say 50 as in a number, or it could send 50 in words. So that's why we have a GPT action in between. And this GPT action will convert whatever comes through into a numerical format like so. If it is 50, it will convert into 50 and will generate the output as just the number. Similarly, if it is number, it's still going to give the output as number. So that's how we make sure that we are getting the flow area in a number. And the next step would be to capture that numerical value into a numerical custom field. So the next ideal step would be to update a contact field and select that contact field from here, which is the approximate flow area in number. But the unfortunate thing right now is that you can only use a certain number here, like so, and you cannot use a custom value or a GPT response into this field. So which is a limitation from GoHighLevel, which I believe they are going to sort out very soon. So as of now, the workaround is to use GoHighLevel's API to update the custom field. So here you can see I have a custom webhook to update the approximate area. So we send a put request to this URL with a bearer token and custom field value here. And the custom field value I'm using is a ChatGPT response. So whatever response the ChatGPT would give, we are going to send it to our custom field. So if the user says 100 square feet, the ChatGPT response would make that into a number, which is 100. And we are then adding that into our numerical custom field using this custom webhook. So that's how we are capturing the numerical value of the floor area. Okay, so that's the first workflow. And the next workflow is when the additional floor area service value changes. So we are also collecting if the user wants any additional services. And when voice AI going to update this value, we will trigger this workflow. And what we are going to do is look for a condition if the additional flooring contains none. So if you remember correctly, we were asking voice AI to return a keyword called none. So if we go back to our agent and if you look into this contact field, we are asking for additional services. Capture if there are any additional flooring services needed. If needed, capture the details. If not needed, return none. So we are looking if voice AI is returning none or not. So if they are returning none, which means that they don't want any extra services. If it is anything else, it means that they might want extra services. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. Additional flooring service contains none. What we are going to do is we are going to update this contact field, and we have a numerical custom field called additional flow service factor, and we are setting this factor to 0. And when we set this factor to 0, which means that we don't need any extra services. And if we set this factor to 1, which means that we need some extra services. Okay, so you will see how this gets applied in a minute. Okay, so let's go into our third workflow, which is the workflow after AI agent call. So this is a workflow which gets triggered when the call ends. And when the call ends, we send an internal notification to admin with all the details from the call, such as the flow area, preferred material, additional services, and so on. And we are also sending an email to the customer saying thank you for your call, and we are sending you a code in a minute. Okay. After that, we are adding this contact into another workflow, which is the calculate final quote workflow. This gives us a little bit more time, and we are making sure that all the workflows that are triggering from collecting these custom field values are actually triggered. And that's what this add to workflow step is doing for us. Okay, now we are going into the last workflow, which is calculate final quote, and the contact is added into this workflow from the previous workflow. And here we are checking which material the user has selected. So here we have a condition, and in this condition we are checking preferred flooring material, which has been updated by voice AI, contains hardwood, tile, carpet, etc. And for example, if it's carpet, like in the demo call, this branch will get activated. And under each branch, you can see there is a series of math operations to find the final value for the material they have selected. In here, what we are going to do is we are getting the floor area number and multiply that with a dollar value. So here we can set a value. Here in this case, $5 is the dollar value per square feet for carpet. Okay, if you look here for hardwood, we are setting 15, and for tile we are setting $10 per square feet. So that's how we can generate different prices for different material. So you can also use a custom value field here instead of inputting a number so that you have more flexibility. So for this simple demo, I'm using the value straight away. I could have done using a custom values. I could set the prices for each material in a custom value, and I could use that custom value in here. But for now, all we need is to enter this value here. And once you multiply this area with the per square feet value, you get the total price for that material. And the next step, what we are doing is we are checking if there are any add-on services. And to find the add-on price, what we are doing is, so we are multiplying the area in square feet with the price per square feet for any additional services and the additional service factor, which we set either 1 or 0. So here is the trick. If they want the service, if they selected a certain service, we will set the factor as 1, and we will be able to multiply this factor and we will be able to generate a number. But if they have selected none, if they don't want any services, so we will be multiplying the area with the price with 0, and the end result would be 0. So we will not be adding the add-on price if they have selected none. So that's how it works. And then at the last math operation step, we are going to add the quoted price and the add-on price, and that's how we are getting the final price. So here we are getting the quoted price by multiplying the floor area and the price, and here we are multiplying the floor area and the extra service price with the factor, and we are adding both of these prices in the third step. And that's how we can generate an email with the exact price. What we are doing is quote for the selected material, and then we are saying that the prepared material is this, square feet value is this, and the flooring charges is this is the price, add-on price is this, and here is your final price. You can also make this into an estimate template and send an estimate itself. That is totally possible, but this is a simple demo. That's why I'm just using email as an example, but the possibilities are endless here. Okay, so now if you want to go through each branch, you can see here I have 15 as the price for hardwood, and the service charge is $5, and the final price is an addition of these two. Similarly, here the price for the material is 10, and the extra work you have to pay $5 per square foot, and then you add those things. Similarly, all the 4 branches have similar things. Actually, I don't need this here. I can delete this. Okay, so that's how you can create price for the selected material and add any additional services if they choose to add. Okay, so let's do one more demo, and in this case we are not going to ask for any additional services and see if that works. So let's go.
From Elite Floors Company. Thanks for calling us. How can I help you today?
Hey Arthur, I'm looking for a quote. Hello.
Got it. Hey there. It seems like your voice cut out a bit. Could you let me know what you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for a quote.
Great. I can help with that. First, could you tell me the approximate size of the area you need flooring for? Please provide the measurement in square feet.
Yeah, I'm looking at 200 square feet.
Awesome. What type of flooring are you interested in? We offer hardwood, tile, carpet, and vinyl. Let me know if you're considering multiple options.
Yeah, I think I would go with tile.
Sounds like you might mean tile. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect choice. Would you like to include any additional services in the quote, like removal of old flooring or underlayment installation?
No, no thanks. I don't need any extra services.
All right, no extra services then. Could you please provide the address where the flooring will be installed?
Yeah, sure. It's 123 Random Street, Sydney, Australia.
Thanks for that. Could I also get your email address to send the quote over?
Sure. It's j@gmail.com.
Just to make sure I've got it right, your email address is j@gmail.com. Is that correct?
That's right.
Great. Let me confirm. You're looking for tile flooring for approximately 200 square feet with no additional services requested at 123 Random Street, Sydney, Australia. I'll send the detailed quote to j@gmail.com. Is everything correct?
Yeah, that's all correct. Yes.
One more thing. Would you like to book an appointment for a free on-site measurement to finalize the estimate?
Sure, why not?
Great. When would be a convenient day and time for a technician to visit? We are available on weekdays and weekends. Let me know what works best for you.
How about this Monday around 2 p.m.?
Monday. Perfect. I've scheduled a technician to visit on Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you for choosing us. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Sure, thank you. Bye. Okay, so that was the call. So let's see if I'm getting an email with an appointment and with the right quote. Okay, so I have to go into my contacts now. I can see I have an appointment booked. Okay, here you can see I have an appointment booked for Monday 9th at 2 p.m. So the appointment booking has been successful. Now we are waiting for the next email, which is the email with the quote. And it should say a quote for tile. So let's see. So let me go and have a look at the execution log if that has been executed. 621, yes, that has been executed. Let's see if the email has been delivered. Okay, I think the email has been delivered. For some reason, I haven't received it here. Oh, actually, yes, I have received it here already. Quote for tile flooring and preferred material is tile. Square feet is 200 square feet. And flooring charges is 2000. And there are no additional charges because we selected none. And the total charge is 2000. And if you go back and check the previous one, the carpet flooring, here, quote for carpet flooring, you can see it's also 200 square feet I have mentioned, but the material is carpet and the flooring charge was 1000 and there was an additional charge 1000, and that's how the total is 2000. In this case, the flooring charges itself is 2000 and there are no additional charges, and that's how the total is 2000. So you can see how you can build out an AI voice agent to do a dynamic quote for your business. This is a very simple demo to show you what is possible. This is not actually production ready, but this would give you an idea on how you can set up these kind of workflows. So that is exactly my intention here. I'm just giving you examples of what is possible and how it can be done. And these AI bots really need some more work if you want to use in a production environment. Okay. So I hope this quote agent was helpful and gave you some ideas. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.